What is up, Bulldog Nation? Episode 63 of the Doghouse is now underway. Thank you for listening. This is season 2 also, and episode 21. Yep. And you are
Micah Harris.
I'm Matt Tanner. We are the host of the Doghouse. We appreciate you checking in with us again this week. And we have an unbelievable guest lined up.
Always awesome.
So it's a little bit of flip-flop. We recorded his first, and now we're doing our paying bills, as we say.
Right, and talk a little Bulldog.
And talk some Bulldog sports. And so, but just stick with us here just a little bit. We will get to our guest. He's terrific. What an unbelievable human being. Just
blessed. A blessing.
He is an absolute blessing to all of us. He sure is. Mr. Ken Holloway, the Barker. We're so glad to have him on, tell his story, and I think you're really going to enjoy it. And yes, we did capture the bark. So yes, just stay tuned.
Stay tuned with it.
We will now. It's time for mention our terrific hosts. Our
sponsors.
Our terrific partners. Mercy Phoenix and Jody Cheney, Tucker Cheney, and the rest of the crew. They have some ads on Facebook that we have seen. We've both shared them. The Doghouse shared them. They are looking for,
and they have some links to it. Don't
yes,
they? On that post. If you look at the Doghouse or mine or Matt's page, we've shared it, and it's got a link to get in contact with Mercy.
Right, correct. Click on that. And it'll get you right in touch with them, and they can probably put you to work, I would say, fairly quickly.
It looked like it said $40 an hour,
right?
$500 stipends for living.
Right.
It says it on the post. I mean,
right. Yeah. We're not. and so I would say,
I'm sure that's like certain jobs, but I mean,
yes, right. I would say if it's something that's up your alley, I would say get in touch with them. Because they are the premier healthcare staffing organization, and they can put you right to work.
And I think it's like 60-day contracts is what it said.
Yep,
could be extended beyond that too. So.
Right. They've got them all over the place. So if you're looking for steady work, they are your folks. Also, shout out to Green Grass Guys, David Bizzle. I went to the junior high baseball game. Aaron and I did. We went. Be Tuesday and
yesterday.
Yeah. Yesterday, yeah, this is Wednesday. They absolutely, by the way, smoked East Prairie 16-0. Tyler Morgan hit a home run, a double, and a single, and as a thank you very much, threw a no-hitter.
Really?
Complete game no-hitter. Sure did.
Man.
And that was 5 innings or whatever it was.
Yeah.
So the Dogs put it on the Eagles, and as I told somebody today, they might be the largest junior high team. I mean, we've got kids 6'3", 6'4", 6'2".
Well, we was talking about that the other day at the baseball game. I mean, like it was
right.
It was
compared to Perryville, but this is junior high. These are 7th and 8th graders. I mean, we got some big kids coming. I said all that to say this. I was standing there, and I went. I was standing with Coach Brian James, and Coach who Tyler is his, as he says, nephew, and Coach Hollifield. We were just standing there, and I went, man, look at this grass. And then it was on the softball field behind us, and I said, Coach, do you think that was D? And he said, I'm sure he had a hand in it. Well, I texted D while we were standing there, and he said, what do you think about that? And I was like, man. It looks terrific. I have never seen that Junior Babe Ruth field look as good as that is.
I have to go by and see it.
I mean, it's worth the drive. And then the softball field, I say behind it, just right beside it. Look, unbelievable. It looked fantastic. So if you get a chance, tell D thanks for doing that. It looks great, and it is noticed. They can do the same for your yard as well. Give them a shout. And they can work it, make it look like carpet.
Yours is looking good.
Thank you. It needs some rain. We haven't turned on our irrigation yet, but hopefully we'll get a little God's rain this weekend. And
it's better for it anyway.
Exactly. I totally agree. and it will continue to be green. Shout out to Luke for our audio or for our visual stuff on our TV, which we had a little problem with, but that's okay.
We'll figure that out.
We'll have to probably have to get a new computer. That one's, it's a Mac, but it's got some, as they say, it's long in the tooth. It's got some age on it, so we'll have to redo that. Shout out to Luke for that. Shout out to Erin. Thank you for giving us time to do this. And she's off preparing for Easter. She's practicing her piano for Easter Sunday. Mm-hmm. So, and I guess we might as well say it, if you don't have a church home, I would say Sunday is a terrific time for you to go to church. Mm-hmm. It's celebrating the resurrection of our Lord and Savior. So I would say it's time to go to church.
I think so too.
Yep. Shout out to Justin, our general counsel and general nuisance. General pain in the neck.
I haven't seen him. He must be really busy or something, man.
I know
he's here yesterday, but I didn't see him. So
yeah,
it was yesterday.
Yesterday, yeah. And he blew into town and blew right out. But they'll be hopefully here.
They're supposed to be here Saturday, I think.
Right.
Yeah.
They said he was coming back Saturday. Yeah. So general nuisance. I came up with that one off the top of my head. That's pretty quick.
Like Matty Grinch.
Yeah, exactly. Shout out to Tucker Cheney. His help with our video editing has been very, very important and allowed us to me to do several things with that, and very appreciative and get these things on YouTube. Shout out to Derek James, Brian James again for their sports knowledge and their history and their the stats and sort of the lore of Southeast Missouri sports. We appreciate all that. And finally, last but not least, Tyler Anderson, Twisted Arrow Woodworking for our doghouse sign on the wall. If you need some woodworking done, Tyler is your guy. Again, don't forget to like, share, follow the Doghouse on Facebook, TikTok, Instagram, and YouTube. And you can catch our podcast on Apple, Spotify, Amazon Music, iHeartRadio, and a whole host of other podcast mediums. And you can also listen to it on our website at thedoghouse.buzzsprout.com. There is an embedded player on there that you can listen to all of the ones that we've got loaded on there. And this is episode 63. We've started, so on our website, it's from episode 15 to episode 63. There's a link on our Facebook page to an Apple podcast that's got all of them from the very first. When Richard and I were doing it, the first 14. So we've got all of those on there. I finally, Apple, it's just Apple. And so it
beats its own drum.
It does, and I've asked for help. But anyway, you can now access all of them. But if you want episode 15 through the current one, you can get it on our website. Again, thedoghouse.buzzsprout.com, and you can, again, if you need to reach out to us, doghouse.sikeston@gmail.com. Send us comments, new guests, anything like that. And if you're interested, or maybe if you're interested in partnering with us, right?
Right.
Send us an email, message, carrier pigeon, text, phone call, whatever. We'll be
catch us down, yell at us.
Right. We'd love to talk to you about that. And as we talked about a while ago, the baseball team, varsity team, is off to a 5-1 start.
5-1 start, supposedly like the best record since 2011.
I think that's what you said the other day. Okay. Yeah. Off to a great start. Micah and I were there Monday. It was Monday.
We've been to 2 games, actually.
Right.
So we went and watched them play Charleston. And then we watched them play Perryville.
It was cool that day, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Charleston
was a little cool. Yeah.
Monday was...
It was breezy, but it was not cold.
Yeah, so. No.
But it was a good game. Supposedly, Blaine Sadler pitched a shutout.
He did. Complete game shutout.
Well, I think it's one of Coach Pratt's first as a head coach.
Yes.
Somebody said that. I don't know if that's...
Probably. And I saw Blair, that was like the first complete game since like 2018 or something like that.
That's cool.
Yeah. That's 8 years ago.
Yeah.
So, sophomore, Blaine pitched great.
Got a good mixture of sophomores, seniors.
Yeah.
A few juniors.
Wasn't in a lot of trouble and scattered a few hits. And
I think before you got there in the first inning, that bases got loaded. but he got out of it.
That's right. He worked out of it. But after that, I don't recall a ton of base runners being there.
He had to pitch a pretty good game because sophomore count. I mean, I don't.
I think it was 95 is what.
Yeah.
Weren't you stand? Well,
no, you could. I think it's like in the 80s for.
Well, that's what we thought. But I saw Coach Will Pratt at the junior high game, and we just started talking about that, and I thought he said 95.
Okay.
Either way, it was like 60 something pitches or 70 or what, maybe even less than that. So he wasn't close, but he was under the pitch limit. And what we're talking about, Misha sets a certain number of pitches. You can only throw this number of pitches. I think if
underclassmen lower than the upperclassmen.
Right. But I think let's say the number is 80, and I think you can finish that hitter. Mm-hmm. Like if you hit number 80 and it's the second pitch of the at bat, I think you can finish that hitter, and then you have to come out.
Correct.
And then if you max out,
you got to sit 4 days.
I was going to say I think you have to sit 4 days, and if you
under so many,
right, like
you don't
1
have to
to
sit.
20, you don't have to sit, and if it's 21 to whatever, it's 1 day or whatever.
Which is not a bad.
No, they've got it spelled out.
Yeah.
It used to be innings.
Mm-hmm.
Back when I played, you could pitch so many innings per week or so many innings per so many days, but now it's an actual pitch count.
Mm-hmm.
So that puts a little bit of work on one of the coaches to track the pitches, and I'm sure each team tracks pitches for the pitchers, for the opposing team, just so if they're really good, you're like, hey, it's time for him to get out, kind of thing. So I'm sure both sides keep it, and it keeps each other honest, right?
Was it 6-0 or was it 7? I can't remember. 6
thought it was 7.
7. It might be 7. Yeah.
Yeah.
And pretty good game.
Yeah. Yeah. Exactly. And that was against Perryville, and the Dogs are supposed to play next. I'm pulling this up.
Saturday against Eastbury at Eastbury. I think it's a double hitter, but weather-wise, so like maybe by the time this podcast is out, they should be playing.
Right.
I'm
not sure, and I want to pull up the
Misha.
Right, that's what I was looking at.
Because I think they play New Madrid maybe next week.
They play New Madrid at home on Monday. That's correct. And then on this April, what? Oh, varsity. Okay, here we go. Varsity plays on Monday at home against New Madrid. Junior high plays at Malden.
Okay.
On Monday as well. Then they go to Poplar Bluff. Varsity does on Tuesday.
Good.
I was going to mention the girls' soccer because they have started off well. Let me look at their, because I know that, well, they're 1-2, and one of the games Kennedy scored like 7 goals or something like
really?
that. Kennedy Sims, yeah. I read that somewhere. I mean, goodness gracious.
That's pretty good.
I'd say. Wow. But shout out to our spring sports. I don't have the finish. Right.
Golf and track. I mean, those are two
right.
other ones.
Right. I don't have anything to report. I know it's out there. I don't have any standings. I do know, I can mention this, our loyal and longtime listener, Mr. Jack McGill, shot an 84 in that daggum hurricane on Monday. I'm telling you, I play golf. 84 in that wind, that was a great round. I mean, that wind will add 5 to 7 shots at least. I mean, that number 8, which is a par 5, was dead into the wind, and it's 550 yards. Probably played 700 yards into the wind. It's as a brute of a hole into that wind, and so
I know I talked to him a few times. Like I guess up at Park Hills, he was talking about. He's really getting into it and loving golf. And
his dad told me he shot an 84, and his grandpa told me he shot an 84. They were very well. So Sam was playing baseball, and Andy and Rick both told me they watched Jack. When he got done, they got over here to the baseball game. So they had started a little bit earlier, and I think they got there in the first inning or second or something like that, so they didn't really miss anything. So they were there to watch. So shout out to our baseball team 5-1, junior high's 1-0. Baseball's looking up, just like the rest of it.
I'm telling you, baseball, all of it's coming up.
All of it is on the rise. Yep.
I mean, soccer.
Yep.
You got football.
Yep.
In the fall.
And tennis, I don't know how we've done yet with tennis. I haven't seen anything. Nope. Haven't seen anything yet.
No, that's girls tennis.
No, boys.
Boys tennis.
Boys
girls
is in
play in
the
the fall.
spring.
Yeah. Okay.
That's right. Girls is in the fall.
Yeah.
That's correct. Well, listen, we will get out of the way right now and just stick with us through this break. We'll be right back for our guest, and you will not want to miss this. Hey, thanks for sticking with us past the break, and we're going to move on to our VIP today, our terrific guest. He is in the house, and we are, well, Micah, we're just blessed to have him because he is a blessing. As we told him before, he is a blessing to our community and to the kids that he's involved with at the school, or that he supports along with the rest of us.
Very familiar face if you go to any kind of sporting event, mainly.
He's going to be there, and so
in the community.
Right, and so we're so fortunate to have him, and thankful for his time. And without further ado, I'm going to read his intro. Our guest this week is one of the most recognizable voices and biggest supporters in Bulldog Nation, Ken Holloway, better known as the Barker to many. Ken originally came to Sikeston from St. Louis, but somewhere along the way, this community became home, and he has been all in ever since. A retired pastor and retired Ford Motor Company employee, Ken brings a perspective built on faith, hard work, and a deep love for people. Around Sikeston, he's become known for his energy, his loyalty, and the way he shows up for his town and his teams. He may not be native to Sikeston, but there's no question he's one of Bulldog Nation's own. We're excited to have Ken Holloway, the Barker, on the Doghouse. Welcome to the Doghouse.
Well, thank you.
Yes, sir.
It's good to be here.
We are so happy you're here. I know we've talked about this for a while, and we just, hey, as my dad said, he goes, I can't believe I'm this busy not working. I can't. And so you're retired, and you're as busy as anybody.
Oh, yeah. It keeps us busy with the grandchildren.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. And then with the community involved. There's always something to do.
Right.
People think that when you retire, that's it. You don't do anything. I have a full schedule.
And I bet Miss Maxine keeps you on your toes.
Oh, she does.
I know. I can tell. I can see the way you guys interact. I know what's going on there. Yeah. Well, that's great. And so we've already got a little bit. We talked about a lot, or say not a lot. We talked about a few things off the air, but we want to kind of come back to that. And one of the things we talked about was you're a St. Louis guy. You're a big city guy.
Yeah.
There's nothing wrong with that, but you're in rural southeast Missouri now.
Yeah.
So tell us how you got here from St. Louis.
From St. Louis to Sikeston.
Yeah.
I got invited down to preach at the West End Baptist Church.
Okay.
And I got here. Well, the first time I came, it had snowed on the highway. Well, it was clear. And when I got into town, you could tell that it had snowed because they had cleared the streets. Well, when I got to the church, it was packed because that was the only church that was open across the tracks. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And so when I got there...
So everybody went to church there that day?
Everybody went to church that Sunday.
Okay.
And they kept asking, where's the preacher from St. Louis? Where is he? Well, if service starts at 11, I'm not going to preach at 11.
Right.
So I get there, and everybody's like, wow, he's here. So we preached. Well, when I first came in, they said, that's a little boy. I'll never forget that.
But you were single then, right? So you were not married?
No.
Okay.
Not then.
Okay.
And so what had happened is after we got done with the service, they said, oh, that's a man. And it was funny from that point on. Well, we came for that particular service.
Okay.
And they invited me again because of the snow. They said, we want you to come back.
Okay.
Well, my schedule didn't permit because I was, at the time, I was a national evangelist, and
Okay.
I was traveling
Okay.
quite a bit. So when I did get an opening,
Yep.
I contacted them and I said, well, listen, I can be there this Sunday.
Okay.
And I think that Sunday, that was in April, so this was probably September or October.
Okay.
That's how busy I was.
Oh, sure. Yeah.
And so we came back and they were like, oh, we've got to have you. I said, well, we'll have to see.
So when you say have you, you mean like be the pastor?
Be the pastor.
So they didn't have a pastor.
They didn't have a pastor at that time.
Okay. Okay.
And so we came and pastored.
Okay.
I think we were there a little over a year,
Okay.
maybe 12, 13 months.
Okay.
And I told them, my schedule won't permit it at this time. And
Yep.
so I left. That was in 89.
Okay.
10 years later, they contact me again.
They kept your number handy.
They kept my number. That's crazy, insane.
Mm-hmm.
So 10 years later, we're talking 1999. They called me to come back and
to just preach or
to just preach. And then they said, well, can you pastor us? Can you at least keep us together? If you're not going to pastor, can you keep us together until we get a pastor?
Okay. So an interim, basically. If that,
Interim.
Okay.
And so I stayed for a minute, and finally they got somebody.
Okay.
And it was remarkable.
Yeah. So is that what kept you here then? At
No.
That point? Oh, so there's more to the story
Oh,
then.
yes, there's more to the story.
Okay.
I went to a funeral
Oh, well, yeah, I heard this part.
in Charleston.
Now we. The rest of the story. So now we know.
And so I see this lady in this olive green dress. It had black checks in it.
For those that don't know, that's Miss Maxine. It's coming up.
And she had this green jumper. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, who is that?
That's what guys do.
Yeah. And I met her. And here's the funny part. I asked her for a telephone number, and she told me no. She did. She did.
Hang on, wait a minute.
She did, man.
Miss Maxine?
She told me no.
Miss Maxine has never been mean to anybody.
She wasn't mean. She just told me no.
She just said no.
She was just assertive.
And she was assertive.
And so what I said, God, I don't have time for games. Okay, so I called her. Hold on.
How'd you get
Hold
her
on. I'm
number?
telling the story.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I called her.
I'm jumping ahead.
I called her. She said, hello. I said, hello. She said, who is this? I said, who does it sound like? She said, how did you get my number? Mm-hmm. I said, I'm Pastor Holloway. I can get anybody's number. And so the rest is history.
So you obviously just threw your charm and wit on her, and that was the end of the story?
I had to work for it. And
I love it.
But the comical thing is that she said, you're a preacher. I said, look closely. I'm a man.
Yeah, that's right. Even more. Yeah, that's right.
And so
that's great. So was that in like 2000 or something like that?
That was probably probably 2000.
Yeah. Well,
It was meant to be.
It was, obviously. The Lord put you to, you said you weren't pastoring the funeral, you were at a funeral.
Yeah.
They put you there.
Yeah.
And he did say upstairs that's the reason he's in Sikeston.
That's right.
That's the reason I'm here.
Yeah. It happens. That happens to the best of us.
Yeah. And so in November of this year, it'll be 25 years. And it doesn't seem like it's been that long, man.
Right.
It really doesn't.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Well, you know how we feel about Miss Maxine. We think she's
a jewel.
Of course she is.
One of a kind.
Yes, I was going to say peach. Jewel. Jewel's even better. Yeah. We think she's something else.
So the question I got to have is who coordinates the outfits, you or her?
That's the question everybody wants to know.
It's crazy because I'll ask her what color are we wearing, and then I'll look around and it's already laid out.
Okay.
Once in a while she said, well, what color do you want to wear? I said, what's today? Like today, this was already laid out, so I put it on. I said, that's what I'm supposed to wear.
Right. Well, when you came to see me, was that this summer? When did you come? you and Miss Maxine came by. You just came by, just wanted to say hello. We hadn't seen each other. It was before basketball season, right? Was that the summer? When was that?
It was.
I can't even recall. But were y'all? I think y'all both wearing your. Must have been football season because you're wearing your Dolphins stuff,
right? It was getting. We were getting ready to go that week.
That's what it was. That's exactly
to Indianapolis.
Right. That's right.
So you're a Dolphins fan?
Well,
my nephew got drafted by the Miami Dolphins.
His nephew played for Michigan.
Kenneth Grant.
I was going to say Robert. Kenneth Grant. He was a starting offensive lineman or
defensive
lineman for Michigan when they won the national title.
Oh, yes.
Oh, yeah. And they both had on their coordinating Miami Dolphins. And I'm like, what is going on? They're like, we're going to Indianapolis. I went, I should have known.
Charleston's got ties to the Dolphins.
There was a Charlie Babb.
Charlie Babb played for the no-name defense.
In 1971.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he played, I think, free safety.
Okay.
Kind of is what he played. So, but he's from Charleston and played on the no-name defense, the undefeated Dolphins.
Oh, wow. That's great, man.
Yeah. And so I know you're obviously very proud of him.
Oh, yes.
That's a great thing.
I've always wanted the Dolphins to win. I really have. I mean,
talking about Don Shula going way back in the day.
Oh, yeah.
I'm talking about even back to Dan Marino when he was there. I was like, just win a championship.
They hadn't won one yet, have they?
No.
Well, they got a good one there with him. Yeah. Was he a rookie? That was his first year. That was his first year. Okay.
Yes.
Okay. And is he doing good?
He's doing good.
I guess they're probably getting ready to do those
mini
camps and all that stuff and coming up. Yeah.
Well, right now they're focused on the draft. So.
Well, I guess that's true because when is
right.
that?
That should be soon.
The end of April.
I was going to say it's coming up in the next couple of weeks.
I think it's the last weekend of April.
Yeah. So was there – so you met Miss Maxine. Y'all got married in 2001. So if it's 25 years this year. Was there a time – kind of through that, when did it really feel like home? I mean, I know you built a home with Miss Maxine, but is there something you're like, man, this is home now to me?
Well, when we got married,
okay,
this is as large as she wanted to be.
The city-wise?
The citywide. Okay. So this was home.
And she is a Matthews girl, right?
Matthews girl, yes.
So she went to high school probably in
Matthews.
At Matthews High School.
And then when it became New Madrid County Central.
Yeah.
I think it was right at her
82.
senior year or something.
Okay.
But she went to trade down there or something.
Okay.
But she graduated from Matthews.
Wasn't it around 82, I think, when
I was trying to remember.
It was late 70s, early 80s.
Yeah, because...
well, I know they had a state run in 81, 82, somewhere around there. Basketball, I think.
No, well, there was a New Madrid, and then there was Matthews, and then it became New Madrid County Central because there was a Howardville for a long time, I think, too. Right? Mm-hmm. There were several schools that merged or consolidated and became New Madrid County Central back in...
Late 80s, or early 80s, late 70s.
Yeah, so I don't recall the exact time, but...
You can go down there and look at the pictures because I think they've got every graduating class on the wall up there.
Yeah, back... kind of behind the gym, back toward their cafeteria in the high school. They've got all those pictures up there.
Okay.
So there's a bunch of them in there. So you came here. When did you start going to games and stuff like that?
It's in 2006. Michael Porter.
Okay. Yep.
Was playing ball.
He was a freshman that year. That's right.
And I got to go to a game.
Okay. Just randomly or?
Random, because they were playing, and I'm like, because see, in the city, they played on Saturdays.
Oh.
And so, on a Saturday morning, you couldn't get in the gym because all the schools were crowded, and especially if Sumner played Vashon or O'Fallon and Sumner or Soldan and Sumner. They were rivals, so on a Saturday... And I'm like, during the week? I think this was on a Tuesday night.
Probably.
Yeah, because games are typically Tuesday and Friday.
And I thought, wow. And then they had a game, I think, that Friday. And I was like, really? So I got a chance to come. Well, when Ford closed up, I retired.
So that was?
2006.
Okay. So you were living here and driving to St. Louis to work?
Yes. That's why I appreciate my wife so much.
Right.
Because my brother had a house in St. Louis. He said he was not going to rent it out to anybody because people wouldn't take care of it.
Right.
He said, but I know you'll take care of it.
Right.
So I would go to work. I'd come home every day up there. And then Saturday morning when I got off, I would get 2 glazed donuts and a Mountain Dew, and I'd get on the road and come home.
Well, that must be all you eat, because you sure don't look like you ate donuts and Mountain Dew.
Oh, I love to eat.
Right?
I know how to eat.
Oh, for sure.
All you have to do is feed me.
As Coach Hollifield says, he's got a lot of sayings. He said, you should eat to live, not live to eat, he says.
It.
Yeah.
That's exactly right.
Eat to sustain yourself, that's basically.
It. And that's all you need.
Yeah. Well,
I got that mixed up.
Right. He's talking from 2 thin guys, from him and Coach Hollifield, 2 thin guys standing over telling people how to eat, right? So that became the moment when you said, I'm gonna
go all in on the
support
dogs.
The team, and
yes,
because we were good. We made it to
state.
We did. We
finished
got
second.
We sure did. There's a lot similar to this season.
Exactly. And the thing of it is that I had to figure out a way how I could enjoy the game and save my voice.
Mm-hmm. To preach.
Exactly. See, basketball is something I enjoy.
Yeah, same.
Preaching is something that I'm commissioned to do.
Yeah, that's right. You're called to do that.
And I wasn't going to get in trouble with the Lord on a Sunday morning. I'm up there saying, and they said, we can't hear you. So
that's a good point.
And so I've always been a Bulldog. I was a Sumner Bulldog.
Oh, I didn't realize they were the Bulldogs. Look at that.
And so then the Sikeston Bulldogs, and they go, he's not a Bulldog. I've always been a Bulldog.
I love that.
And so what happened is, I think we scored, and I barked.
Did you do that at Sumner?
No.
This
was something that I could do and save my voice.
Yeah,
Everybody's yelling, and you hear them, they can't talk.
Oh, yeah.
And I started barking. And after that particular game, I would come and I would bark at the games.
Yeah.
Every time they would score, I would bark.
Right.
And people didn't know who it was.
This is one of my favorite stories.
And so I'm in the stands, and I bark, and people are turning around, and I turn around, and everybody's turning around looking up.
You were like a ventriloquist. You were throwing them off, weren't you?
Exactly. For years, no one knew who the barker was.
I know. I'm one of them. I am one of them, and I can't recall how we figured it out. We're like, who is that?
Right.
Because before I was doing the games on TV, I would sit basically right behind you, but toward the top. Because Erin told me, she says, as much as you yell, you need to be away from the floor so they don't throw you out. And so she won't even sit with me. She sits on the other side with her girlfriends. So we would be sitting up there, and we're like, who is barking? Yeah, and of course, in a crowd of 2,000 people, it's just hard to pinpoint that. And I don't recall how.
You don't use your hands or nothing, you just bark.
I just bark. I bark. It was so funny. Now, barking, Michael Porter's mother was sitting in front of me. And I was barking, and she put her hands up around her mouth, and people thought it was her, and we laughed.
So you even threw more people off your scent by doing that.
It was crazy.
Oh, my God. And they're thinking, Kathy, how do you get your voice that deep?
Yelling at those kids.
Well, I was going to say, she yelling at all them Porter boys. That she probably does have to raise her voice sometimes, but she's not a
She's not a very loud.
No,
she
she's
really
not.
isn't.
She's not at all.
Very nice lady.
She is. She's a very nice lady. Well, that's great to me. So when you do that that just came to you, obviously, like you said, for saving your voice.
Exactly.
So I got to know, what was Miss Maxine's reaction to it?
She looked at me.
Did you startle her as much as everybody else?
And then she would go, woof, woof, woof. And then I would bark because that was egging me on. And you know how dogs do.
Oh, yeah. One goes and they start going back and forth.
And it was so funny. But she supported me. And she said, wow. And then people started
barking.
barking, and I would bark, and they would keep barking, and I would bark, and it was we had fun.
Right, exactly.
We had fun.
You became that was part of the experience too.
Yes.
And if you don't mind, tell the story. Or not the story, but just what some of the kids say after they go to school and come back. I love that.
Okay.
I love this.
Because barking and they're out there playing, and it's something about hearing the dog, and this is what they told me, and I didn't realize the impact that we had on them.
Yeah.
And they said sometimes when we hear you barking, it encourages us to do better. Mm-hmm. And I was like, really? And I'll give you an example of what happened. They were playing in the St. Dominic tournament.
Okay.
And they were losing, and it was like the third quarter.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, what are they doing? And so I started barking, and they took off, and they won that game.
Yeah, I
love
that.
So when the kids go off to school, they'll come by the house, or they'll see us out, no matter where we are, and they said, we really appreciate you barking, because now we're off to school, and we don't get that.
Yep.
And I thought, wow.
Yeah, that's the impact that you can have on a young kid's life. But the support and being there and being in their corner for them and supporting them and cheering for them.
Oh yeah,
Fred even talked about that on the podcast with us.
Oh yeah, Fred Thatch.
He was like, you can't match the atmosphere of the field house.
Yeah.
I mean,
God. I tell you, it's an experience, and if you've never been in the field house, you have to come during the SEMO conference. It is unbelievable.
Yep.
I remember when Dickie Nutt was at
he was a SEMO.
At SEMO, he came in, he was looking around. He said, "Is this a high school game?" Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I think we were playing Charleston.
Oh, and it was crazy.
Exactly, and you have to get early, and we tell people. They said, well, why do you go early? Because I want to get a seat.
That's right. There's a spot I want to sit.
And
right.
And it's an event, too, man.
Exactly.
That's right.
I'm telling you. And we come out and we support.
That's right.
And it's always been. I remember going to Farmington. We were playing, and this couple, they were trying to find out who the barker was. They were walking they were not watching the game. They're walking all around the arena trying to find out who the barker. And somebody said, see that couple right there that's dressed alike? He is the barker. And so they came over and they met me and they go, oh, it's such an honor to meet you. You are a legend.
That's exactly right.
Thank you. I didn't know what to say.
That's exactly right. It is a blessing for those kids to have your support and all of our support, frankly. And that's I can't. That's just so vital to what we do and what Greg's helped build here, basically, right? Yeah, I love that. So tell us about your time in the ministry. You were, I don't even know this part. I'm just gonna throw this out there. I bet you. Were you called as a little kid? Did you felt like at a certain age you were called and said you're going to be I got the call at age 14.
Okay.
Common story that I hear.
And I told God, I can't preach. I did. I'm like, for real? Me? Mm-hmm. But
did you finally? You obviously surrendered at some point.
I did at age 17.
Okay.
But that 3-year span, a lot of things happened in the 3 years. At age 15, I heard a bullet whiz by my ear. And if I would have turned my head, I would have been dead. Mm. At 16, I got my eyeball cut. June the 4th, 1969. June the 2nd, 1969. And God put it back together June the 4th, 1969, on a Sunday. When I woke up Monday morning,
somebody pray for you at church.
I could see clearly. Mm-hmm. Tuesday, I was supposed to go back to the doctor. They flew in this specialist from Chicago, Illinois, and my medical records are at Washington University Medical Center at Barnes Hospital, and they said, "We don't understand this. On Friday, your eyeball was cut." I could see 3 people look I could see you 3 times.
What?
Twice out of this eye and once out of this eye.
What?
And so when they saw it, they said, what happened? And I said, God put my eye back together. Okay, but I still didn't preach. I was playing basketball.
Hey, we're going to start calling you Noah.
I was playing basketball.
Trying to get your attention.
On a Saturday morning in Marshall Schoolyard.
Okay.
And that particular day, everything I shot went in. And this guy said, if you hit another one, I'll blow you in the middle of next week. And that's being mildly.
Yeah.
And so he was checking me, and I just went straight up, and the ball went in. He came out of his pants with a 38 and put it to my heart and went click, and it didn't go off. And I told God, here I come for real.
You were stop messing around.
You hear me? I promise you. That was
Holy
it. Yeah.
cow.
But sometimes, and I tell people, I said, when the call of God is on your life, he'll create situations to make you come to him.
Oh, sure he will.
You know.
Oh my gosh.
But
you sound like your stories sound like that deal where, you know, there's a flood coming and they come by in a truck and then they come by in a boat and a helicopter and like, Lord, you didn't help me. He goes, well, I sent a boat, a truck, and a helicopter.
Exactly.
It's kind of one of those stories, right?
Yeah. But
said,
you know,
yes, Lord, finally.
after that, yeah, I did. I told God I'm sorry, and I cried, man, because I could have been out of here.
Sure.
And I'm thinking, because I go back to when the bullet, that's how close I was to death. A bullet, he let me hear it whiz by my ear.
Yeah, it's got to.
See, that's why I know that God is real. I'm not talking about the book God.
Right.
You know, I'm talking about I know
You have the relationship.
that God is real. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Oh my gosh,
Yeah.
I've never heard those stories.
Yeah.
Holy cow.
Yeah.
So it's a little different growing up in the city.
It is. And I mean, I grew up in real gang times where I used to see people get killed every week. It's not normal, but it becomes normal. And that's bad when that's the norm.
Yes. Yeah. You become almost
Immune to it.
Yeah, that's right.
Desensitized.
Yeah,
Yeah.
calloused, whatever. Yeah.
And it's just,
Oh my gosh.
and that's why I'm thankful today that, you know, he chose me
Yeah.
to stand before his people and tell the truth.
Yep. Yep.
You know,
That's right.
and people still, well, no, this is real. This is real. And you have to get a personal relationship with him to understand that.
Yep.
I was talking to one guy, and he goes, I don't believe in God. I said, okay.
He believes in you.
I said, okay. I said, so let me ask you this question. Since you don't believe that God is who I said he is, hold your breath until I get done talking. He said, I can't do that. I said, I know you can't.
That's exactly right. I heard something the other day, and I'm going to butcher this, but basically it said, I'm not the what we have, everything is set to order so perfectly. I mean, the way the earth is tilted just at the right angle. If we go too far, we burn up. If we go too far the other way, everything's frozen.
We go any less, we spin off. We go any faster, we spin off.
Right. And so that happened just because? No way.
Exactly.
No way.
So the scripture tells us that he gives us new mercies every day.
Yes, sir.
So I said to him, I said, the mercy that you had for Saturday expired at midnight. He goes, huh? I said, because he gave you a new one on Sunday.
Yes, that's correct.
And that expired at midnight.
That's great.
And now today is Wednesday, so the mercy that I had for Tuesday expired.
I love that.
And I have a new one. And I get to enjoy this until midnight. Then I get a new one on Thursday.
I love it. That's great. That's great. I've never heard it put like that.
Yeah.
Have you, Micah?
Not quite. No, not quite.
Well, he's got a way with words.
He does.
There's always for sure.
And mercy, man. That's something that many people don't really understand, though.
Right.
I mean, it's because we think we have to earn it, but you can't earn mercy.
No, you can't. It's because he loves us so much. He does it.
You know, the closest thing on earth that we have to that is a child. You know, when you have a child, you love them unconditionally. Mm-hmm. There may be a lot of things you don't like about them, but I mean, you love them. There's not many things that kids can do that will make their parents stop loving them.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You know, and that's the closest thing on earth that I can think of.
Yeah, and they'll do whatever they can for the child. And that's how God is. Mm-hmm. No matter what we're going through, mm-hmm. He knows how much we can handle. Mm-hmm. And He's not going to let us go over the limit because He's there to support us.
He provides a way.
He does.
Yep.
Every time.
Yep.
Scripture tells us that he will provide a way.
So how long did you work for Ford? So was that the one? Was that in?
That was in Hazelwood.
Was there one out toward Fenton?
That was Chrysler.
Oh, okay. That's right. That's right.
Chrysler.
And so you started with Ford in the 70s, 80s?
No.
Oh.
It's crazy because when I tell you this, you'd be like, really? I started at Ford at age 41.
Okay.
I turned 42. I started on the 6th. I turned 42 on the 11th.
Okay.
Ford announced that they were closing up in mid-decade.
Okay.
Okay, so this was like 2000.
Okay.
They closed up in 2006 because mid-decade is 2005, so they gave us another whole year to get your affairs in order.
Yeah.
How many jobs really do that? They don't.
It's usually out the door.
Exactly. So what happened was simply this. They said, because I had 11 years in.
Okay.
So they said people that are 55 with 10 years or more, they had a package for them. Okay. I was 53.
I was thinking you were just a little short there.
So then they came back the next day because so many people from 50 to 54 had 10, 11, 15, 20 years in. But we were too young to retire. So what they said was, if you're 50 with 10 years or more in, we're going to retire you.
What?
So I retired at 53. I went there at 42, and he blessed me to retire at 53.
That's a blessing.
Oh my God!
Because that's what he does.
Of course he does.
Because I'm like, are you sure I'm supposed to be here
right.
at 42? I wasn't, really looking for a job at that, and so the Lord opened that door. Now I understand what my mission was to be at Ford.
Yep.
Because no one knew I was a preacher. Because I was there and I was working on the line, and that was by choice.
Yeah.
You put in your 10 hours and you go home.
Right.
Well, what happened is a young man had bought a brand new vet, and he had an accident, and the car rolled over.
Oh, man.
Well, at his service, the people from the job went. Mm-hmm. They gave us that day off.
Okay.
And we all went. Well, I knew the pastor, and he says, Dr. Holloway, will you speak on behalf of the ministers? I go, yes. And that's when they found out I was a preacher. And one guy says, man, he said, that's why I enjoy working on. He said, because in your area, it was always peaceful. He said, I go work in other people. And he said, and there was confusion. But every time I worked in your area, it was always peaceful. So he said, I want to work over by you. It was funny. That was crazy.
Well, that's great.
And so from that point on, people would come over for prayer.
Sure.
And, encourage them. And
yeah.
I was like, okay, God, so this is what I'm supposed to do. This is why I'm here.
Right.
Well, I mean, like, even the transition of closing down these people's livelihoods.
Yeah.
I'm sure it gave you opportunities to.
It did. And I shared too with them because people said, oh, well, we've always heard that Ford is going to close down. Okay. Who said it? Bill Ford. What's the name on the building? Ford. Mm-hmm. He's giving you time to get your affairs in order. Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Not just, usually they'll tell you mid-decade and close next year.
Exactly.
That's the opposite of what a lot of people do. Yeah. Well, that's a blessing.
Yes, sir.
So, we try to ask this a lot. I'm from here. Micah's from Charleston, which is, well, whatever.
Really close.
It's close enough. He's from this area. What do you think, being from, as we say, the big city, and coming down here, and obviously you're integrated into our town. You're one of us now, as we would say. What do you think makes Sikeston different or unique or special? Now, I know your bride's here. Obviously, that has a lot to do with it. I understand. But outside of your beautiful wife, what else would you say?
I think being involved in the community, because in Sikeston, they are community oriented.
Yes.
In the big city, it's about individualism. That's what happens in the big city. Yeah. You get lost in transition. Okay. And everybody's, it's like survival. You're in survival mode. Well, here in Sikeston, because it's community involvement, they're not going to let you fail.
I've never heard it put like that. We've asked, I don't know that we've had a perspective on here, Micah, like his. I'm trying to think from a big city, so to speak. We've had other people from.
Well, we've had like Shannon and all the. I mean, Coach May and all them come on here.
But they're from other smaller towns.
Okay.
I've never heard it described like that. From how the big city is different than that, but that makes sense. That you may have when you were little, but did you know your neighbors? I mean, like here, we feel like we know,
Okay. I grew up in a neighborhood. I could tell you everybody that lived on the block.
Okay. Can they do that now, though?
No. And you know why? Because people don't know each other. All they know is someone lives next door to me. Or they drive a truck, or they drive a car, or they've got 3 children. Okay, boys or girls. I don't know. They just got 3 kids. I see them in the van. Where when we grew up, if I did something at your house, your mother and your daddy put my behind. And if I passed your house and your mama saw tears in my eyes, she added to it. That's how I grew up.
That same here.
And everybody in the neighborhood knew everybody, and you just couldn't do anything because I was brought up like this. Grown people don't lie. So if your mother said I did it, I did it. If I said I didn't, or you calling Miss So-and-so a lie, and so you're really going to get it. So that's why I got along with the older people. I learned early, fellas.
I'm telling you. I don't blame you. But that's how it was here, too. It's kind of the thing, oh, you got trouble at school? Well, guess what? You're going to get it at home, too.
Exactly.
That's the way.
Now, and since you brought up school, I'll tell this. Yes, whoop me at school, just don't give me a note to carry home. You can whoop me all day. If I brought a note home, first thing my daddy, and he told me this. He asked me, what was my name? And I told him. He said, you didn't get that name from me. Sir, I got that from my father. And he got that from his father. So look how many people you are representing when you go out here. If you get in trouble, this is your lineage. These are the people that you're representing.
Wow.
And you're acting a fool. I'm looking back now to see if there's anything left. But anyway,
there may not be.
That's about like me. I just never wanted my name to be on the front page of the paper.
Oh my gosh!
I didn't want my mom to find out anything.
I'm with you, but you know what? Before cell phones, I could do something, and my mama would know before I got home.
Oh man!
And we had no cell phones, didn't have nothing. And I'm like, I was just standing with her out here in the street. Yeah. And you're like, she didn't yell, she didn't beat me to the house. No. And my mom knew.
Exactly. Isn't that amazing? Mm-hmm. The intuition that they had.
That was a lot of it.
Yeah.
Yep.
And they knew when you did something.
And that mama committee too, because they started calling mamas too.
Oh yeah. I'm telling you, you could not do. I remember this friend of mine. He lived across the street from me. His grandmother came to school unannounced, and he was acting up. She pulled his pants down and wore him out and pointed to me and said, "How is he acting?"
Oh my God!
Yes. Oh yes. Yes, sir.
Oh my gosh!
That was the old school.
Oh, I'm telling you. Now, how old was he then?
He was 9.
Oh boy, yeah.
They did. I mean,
enough to embarrass him.
They did not play right, and you're acting a clown in class.
Yeah. You're here to learn, not to act silly.
And how was he acting? I'm like, she better tell the truth today.
That's right. You said grown folks don't lie.
Right.
Don't hesitate.
Right.
Yeah. Don't stop.
Don't do that.
That's right. Don't give them no reason. Oh my gosh. So this is another question that we talk about, or another thing that we talk about. Why do you think our school pride and our town pride is so widespread or runs so deep here? Why do you think that is?
There's one high school.
Yep.
And because there's one high school, you can put all of your efforts together.
I love that.
When I was in the big city, there were 11 public high schools, not counting the private schools or Catholic schools. And it was widespread. But here, there's a cohesiveness that brings us together, be it football, wrestling, tennis, baseball. I went to the soccer game. PJ Foreman was playing soccer. And I saw the number of soccer people out there, and I'm like, so it's just not basketball. It's just not football.
Right.
These people are committed.
Yeah.
And I was impressed.
Yeah.
Of course, when they scored, I barked.
Of course you did. You had to.
Well, you got to think about Sikeston is kind of unique, even within Southeast Missouri. Most of its school is made up of people in Sikeston. Like, we don't have, like Charleston, you got Wyatt, Anniston, all these other little towns. Sikeston is made up of Sikeston.
That's a good point, too.
Yeah.
I haven't really even thought about that.
Yeah.
Even New Madrid has kids, Howardville, Lilburn, Matthews, kind of the other small towns around that. That's
good.
That's a great point. I never even considered that. But the 111 in what, a 10-mile range or 20-mile deal there, I guess? Or
Sikeston,
in St. Louis.
St. Louis.
You said 11. How close were those?
That was just in the
inner city.
In the inner city.
I see. Okay.
Yeah. I'm a baby boomer.
Yep.
There were a lot of kids.
Yep.
In my freshman year, there were 1,100 freshmen.
So you're talking 4,000 kids in a school.
In your high school?
Yes. In my freshman year, there were 1,100 kids. Now, when I graduated in 1971, we had 385 graduates. People died. People moved.
Oh, my gosh.
A lot of things happened.
Yeah.
And that's what I try to encourage children. Stay focused to your goal. Your goal is to get your high school diploma.
That's right.
A lot happens from kindergarten to high school.
Yeah.
A lot happens from middle school to high school.
A lot happens from freshman year to senior year.
Exactly. It does.
Wow.
Yeah.
Gosh, the diet thing, when you said that kind of hit me different.
Yeah. And people move away.
Right.
You know, they leave the state.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The
Oh my gosh.
city's kind of fluent a lot. You know what I mean? Like, people move in, move out.
Exactly.
And then you probably, dropping out wasn't that.
Yeah, dropout rate.
I didn't think about that.
Yeah. I mean, when you look at 1,100 to 385.
That's crazy.
It is.
That's a third of it or a fourth of it, basically, or whatever.
And when you tell people, they go, "What?"
Yeah. That's a
you
shocking
were also,
number.
I mean, like, you were probably in the era when, like, Vietnam. I mean, like.
Yep.
So you probably had people that end up
going there.
Oh yeah.
I mean, like,
oh my gosh.
I know my dad pretty well
you were
dropped
in the
out.
service.
I was in the service.
When was that? And thank you for your service, by
You're
the way.
welcome. Thank you. I spent 9 years in the reserves.
Okay.
Now,
That's great.
I put my time in.
Yeah.
Because I couldn't go active because of the ministry.
But
But I put my time in. Into the reserves.
You spent 9 years?
9 years.
Was that in St. Louis?
In St. Louis.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
At the reserve center.
Army, like the Army?
Yes, Army.
Okay. Thank
Awesome.
you. Thank you.
Oh, you're welcome.
Yep. Yeah. Well, last year when Kelly Knight Marks signed you up for I didn't even. I guess I mean, it's at our bank. I guess I didn't see your name on there, and you showed up, and I went, "What the heck?"
Yeah.
And that was a blessing for me, of course. Yeah. But that's great.
Yeah,
that's great, and we hope you come back this year.
Yes.
Okay. Sounds like we got a winner. I'll tell Kelly in the morning. Make sure he's on the list. Yeah, that's great. So, what do you enjoy the most about supporting and bringing your energy to the games, to the kids?
It's a family. I promise you.
Yep.
This is a family.
Yep.
Now I'm going to talk about you and what you did to me. We went.
Oh no! What
yes,
I do?
I am. We went to Hillsboro.
What I do?
We went to Hillsboro. We got there at 9:20, and he says to me, "You're late."
Normally, you beat me there.
Yeah, because that's what we do.
Mm-hmm.
We get there and we relax and we talk.
Yep.
I mean, because this is family.
I agree with you.
And it only lasts for a couple of months. Mm-hmm. And then it's over. And we don't get to see each other until the next basketball season.
You know, it's funny you mentioned that, because after even we had an unbelievable season, right? We were 29-3, second in state like we talked about. And I felt myself that Sunday afterwards when we got home just kind of feeling blue almost, like, and I'm thinking, why am I sad? And I thought about it for a while, and I thought, why would I be sad? I mean, we had an unbelievable season.
We did.
But it's the relationships that we
is.
build during that.
Not to go all biblical on that, but you think about God created man in our image, meaning the Father, Son, and the Holy Spirit. Mm-hmm. That's a community.
Of course.
That's the way that we're designed.
Yes. Yeah.
And I just thought, why? Because I was thinking, well, I may not see you guys for a while, or I may not see Andon, who I do the games with, or I may not see Coach for a while, or may not see whoever for a while. And I've thought about the family thing, because Aaron and I talk about this, and they're like, well, your son already graduated. I know, but they're our kids.
Right, exactly.
Now, they don't belong to me,
right?
But I mean, as far as, they're not my blood,
right?
But they're my family. Those kids are.
It's funny because people would ask us, I said, well, we see you all at the games all the time. Who do you have out there?
Right.
I said,
all of them.
No. Well, at first they said, do you have any kids out there? And I'm like, no. You don't have any kids? You know what? All of them are our kids.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. Mm-hmm. I don't even know if the kids realize the blessing that they are to us. Oh, right?
Yes.
I don't know that they do.
You know when they do? Is when they graduate and then they come back.
Yeah.
Because for them to stop by my house or see me out in the yard and they'll tell us how much they appreciated our support, you're like, wow. Mm-hmm. We do it because we enjoy it and we love it, but we didn't realize the impact that we had on their lives.
That's right.
We really didn't.
That's right. Well, but even, again, the impact they've had on our lives, right?
Oh, yes, yes.
They've given us...
Hey, there are days you probably get you out of bed. You know what I mean?
Like,
sure. Got a game today.
That's it.
When we up at Park Hills, when we were up there.
Yeah.
I mean, the game was at... Was it 1? We rode out of town at like 8:30, like some nuts.
We rode in at I think we got there like 10:50, and there was already people in the building.
Oh, yeah.
I think y'all came in about the same time we did.
We did.
You did.
And here's the thing that impressed me. They were open.
Oh, that's exactly right.
They were open, and they let us in.
That was a first.
I think they got the memo from Farmington.
Like, these crazy people going to be hours early.
Sikeston going to be there? Yeah.
Yep.
Open up early.
You better go ahead and do that.
And because I remember one year when Farmington did not let us in. Mm-hmm. Well, I keep telling people, we spend money. Mm-hmm. We're going to eat.
Yep. We're going to buy concessions.
We're going to do it. Mm-hmm. So Farmington didn't let us in.
You remember that?
And they ordered pizza.
Yep.
Yes.
Yep.
And after that, they said, oh, Sikeston's coming. It's funny.
That was very nice. As a matter of fact, we after the game, we told a couple of folks that were like, "Hey, we appreciate you guys opening that up and letting us in," because there were people there even before we were.
Exactly. And we were parked.
We went to the wrong parking lot,
Exactly.
didn't we? We were all sitting there. There was about 5 or 6 cars sitting there, and we're like, "Mike, if you can't get it, it's all right." Okay. This computer, we may have to throw this one out and start over again. No. No, it's all. We're still going. I was just talking about that. It's no big deal. Don't worry about it. We'll get it.
And I said something to the people too. I told them we really appreciate you all allowing us to come in.
Yeah.
And the lady said, "Yeah, because we don't get up this early."
And you know, one thing that I went back and I've seen pictures. After we beat Vianney, it looked like a family on the floor.
It did.
Hugging.
Yeah.
It didn't matter.
That's what we do.
I know.
Yeah.
And that's what we've talked about that so much on here recently for I don't know why, but it just comes up. It didn't matter where you went to church.
Exactly.
It didn't matter
who you voted for.
It didn't matter what you believe. It didn't matter where you lived. At that point, we were a family. We were all. I think that's what Jesus, and I think that's how he wants us.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter.
It does not.
All that stuff is silly.
It is. And people get hung up on things that they can't explain.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, I don't like you. Why?
Right. I don't know. I just don't, right? You voted for the wrong person. Well, what's that got to do with anything? I know. We've all fell trapped to it at times before, right?
Yeah.
And it's wrong. It's just wrong.
It is.
It's wrong.
And people get out here and they trip.
That's right.
Why are you tripping? If you're tripping, you can't walk straight. Anyway.
Yeah.
It boils back down to one thing. We all become selfish.
That's it.
That's true.
And once you relinquish your selfishness, then you can love.
That's what Christianity is about.
Exactly. That's what it's all about.
Yep. Well, a couple other things. What do you want the kids to see in you while you're supporting them? What do you obviously it is your support, but what do you hope they see through you?
I hope that they see that win, lose, or draw, we're going to support you.
When Erin left about the time we came down here to record, and we were talking about that. Yeah, I mentioned that, what she told you.
Yeah.
If you remember, when after the championship game, got second place at state, there was, she said 300. There may have been 500 people.
Yeah, there were a lot of us
still standing around waiting for the kids.
Exactly.
To show them that we still supported them, we cared for them. It's an unbelievable season. Of course, Erin said, "I didn't see you or Miss Maxine, but when the door opened, she said, I knew where he was then." He started barking. She said, "I knew exactly where he was." And that's that support and the fact that I hope what they see with me, and I've told my son, is that you want to be proud of where you're from, right?
You do.
And I think it's important for us to, I think you even said it last week, we're proud when we walk into Mizzou Arena or Park Hills where we were when we beat Vianney. We all had our Sikeston stuff on, right? Mm-hmm. I mean, we walked with our shoulders back, right? Exactly. Not too good for anybody,
right?
But we were proud to walk in there and like, hey, this is who
we are.
That's
it.
We are Sikeston.
We are.
That's right. Man, I love that.
I'm telling
you. That is so good. That's such a big deal for us, and I hope the kids see it, but you're right. I think it's after they graduate when they really go, man, they really
appreciate it. Yeah. Because right now, all they know is, hey, the fans are going to be there.
Yeah.
And we show up. Now, you know what really impressed me? The farm system that Sikeston has.
I agree.
7th grade, 8th grade. And I'm thinking, Man, when I saw that, I'm like, wow. The city doesn't have that. They don't. They do not. No, they do not.
Really?
They have AAU. They do not have the system where 7th grade, 8th grade, you have multiple high schools. So how can you have a form system?
That's true.
And you don't even have grade schools that feed the high school, do you? I mean, like, they can they don't have an assigned, like, they go to this school, they go to this school in high school.
They don't anymore. When I was coming up, I went to Turner Middle.
Okay.
Sumner High School was right across the street.
Okay. So that's where then you went to high school there.
Exactly.
Okay.
But it's not like that.
It's not like that now.
Oh
You might go to whatever the middle school is, and you have choices. Here's a high school there, there's one there, and there's one over there. Where we were homegrown. You know, the elementary school I went to was John Marshall.
Okay.
And that was like 5 blocks from my house. The middle school was like 3 blocks from my house, and the high school was 3 blocks, because the middle school was like here, and the high school was across the street.
Wow.
But I do know. I know, like, now I think grade school, you don't necessarily go. I mean, I'm sure there are schools that feed certain schools just by location, but I mean,
But usually not. They're bused. You can live in the city and you get bused to the county.
really? That started in the
Yes.
80s, didn't it?
Yeah.
Like, that started in the 80s.
Started in the 80s. Or late 70s. I was out.
I remember
whenever
him
they
talking
started.
about busing kids when I was younger.
Well, that just messes up all
It
the
does.
community. You have no community
Exactly.
with that.
Exactly. And that's why when I say the cohesiveness of Sikeston, I mean that. Because there is a togetherness, and then there is a link.
Yep.
You know, the middle school transitions to the high school.
Yep. Yeah. I didn't realize that they didn't do that any longer in the city.
Not as often. It was not.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Even like the Catholic schools, they don't have like St. Dominic's a high school.
Right.
I don't think. Hopefully, I'm not speaking out, but I don't think they have a junior high, so they could go to grade school in. I don't know. I guess Clayton, and then drive out to O'Fallon for high school.
Well, even like Catholic,
or wherever.
You think about a Catholic school here in this county. I mean, if you go, like, if you're going to go to Catholic school, you may go to St. Henry's or St. Dennis, you know, like St.
Or
Henry's,
St. Francis here in Sikeston.
and then you feed up to Notre Dame.
Notre Dame. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, and maybe they have that. Maybe they have something similar to that in the city. I don't know. That's why I said maybe I'm speaking out of school. But I know, as far as I know, St. Dominic is just a high school, or
Yeah.
9th through 12th.
Because it's like, I know people that went to Catholic high school that did not go to
Catholic elementary.
elementary.
Right. That's right.
They went to secular school, and then the parents said, you know what? I'm tired of the city. I'm tired of the public schools, and we're going to enroll you in the Catholic school.
Sure. Yeah, I totally understand
Well,
that.
I don't think like St. Mary's doesn't have, like, I don't think they have a feeder school.
They don't.
Oh, St. Mary's. It's
In St. Louis, they
Yeah,
don't.
did you go there? Was that
2 years ago.
2 years ago?
St. Mary's South.
Yeah, South Side. That's right.
Right there on Grand.
That's right.
In the heart of South St. Louis.
Yep. We went there. Well, they came here this year.
Okay.
So yeah.
They went there.
The year before, we went there and we played freshman, JV, and varsity, and that's what they did here this year. I remember that. That's right. That was probably. Of course, I give him a hard time about this. He was with his grandson, but we were like, "Where were you? You're not here." Oh, we're supporting our grandson.
Now,
I'm like, okay.
This is wild since you brought that up.
Yeah.
A friend of my wife's lives in, I want to say Nashville. It's either Nashville or Texas. Her sister called her and said, listen, have you heard from the Holloways? We haven't seen them this season. See if they're all right, or give me the number so I can call them. I promise you.
Oh, you. It is noticed when you aren't there. That's for sure.
Okay. Newsflash. We told you all last year.
I know you did. So you still missed. You're still missed. I know. Yeah. You told us that. And you said, "Now our grandson's going to be a freshman." Yeah. I said, "Well, it sounds like he needs to be a Bulldog so you can do all of it at the same time."
Now is he in St. Louis?
He's in St. Louis. He goes to Hazelwood Central.
Yeah. Yeah, and Miss Maxine, she showed me a bunch of pictures. I'm like, yeah. That don't look like red and black, Miss Maxine. Is all I can No, obviously you're going to support your grandson. I understand, and you'll be at the games when you can. Yeah, I know you burn up the highway.
You know it.
That's part of it.
Getting up there and getting back here.
That's right. That's right. Got just a few more questions for you, and we sort of asked this one a little bit earlier. When you're years from now, even. Won't you still be here? But I mean, if you aren't able to attend games and things like that, what do you want folks to know about you or to have? What do you want them to think of you when they think of Ken Holloway?
That I was committed, and just because I'm not homegrown does not mean I am not part of Sikeston.
I'm with you 100%.
I'll be honest with you. I think Sikeston will have to get used to people moving in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think a lot of things are coming.
A lot of good things are coming.
A lot of good things.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, and I believe that people are going to want to come here.
Exactly.
Yep. I'm with you, Micah. I'm with you. I think there are a lot of good things.
And we need to remember that as a community. I mean, like, not trying to say that. I mean, like, I'm a way outsider. I'm from Charleston. I mean, like they literally didn't like me. You know? But they
what did you say about Sikeston? What did you say when we were upstairs? You said they hate us.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah.
I mean, people. You think I'm kidding? Oh, you're from Sikeston. I am.
Why you got your nose curled up?
Yeah, and they look at us having the.
It's all right.
That's the wife.
Oh.
There, she knows what I'm. But it's just because of our family-like attitude and atmosphere.
I think they're jealous.
They are because they don't have it.
Yep. Mm-hmm. Yep.
And they don't know how to get it.
Yep.
And so when I told them how to get it, they, for real, oh yeah, that's how you do it.
And they didn't want to put in that work, did they?
Exactly. It's work.
Yeah.
It's. I mean, I don't say natural is not the word, but I think it's genuine.
Oh,
it's hard to get that.
Yeah.
I mean, like, it has to happen genuinely.
Yeah.
The way that Sikeston is.
Okay. And it don't just happen like
it
you can't turn on a switch and it happens.
They just do it. It's automatic because it's in them. Okay. If it's not in you, it can't come out of you.
Right. That's right. That's right. That's right.
Okay.
Yep.
And so you can see the love that people have for the program. Mm-hmm. Now, we get a new group every year.
Yep.
Because seniors are graduating, so parents that have never attended are coming this year. Why? Their child is graduating. Yeah, and we're glad to have you. You know, but we've been here for 3 years.
Right.
But yeah, we do. We get a new group every year.
I mean, like, just that whole process. I mean, you not only get basketball players, you get cheerleaders. You get,
I didn't think about that.
You get managers. You get, you get family that brings in new people.
Exactly.
That's true.
And I feel like Sikeston does a very good job at welcoming change. Mm-hmm. So
they do.
You need to get that. We can pause it.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll pause it.
Yeah.
And we're back.
Yes.
Hey, when the boss calls, you got to take it.
You got to.
I understand. I understand. She called once, and she called back. We're like, you ain't going to put that on me. Say Matt wouldn't stop it. I've been there. I know better than that. Yeah. Well, that's thank you for that perspective. And that's I think that's a great thing. Last few questions. We call this a lightning round.
Okay.
They're going to be one after the other.
Okay.
What's your favorite thing about Sikeston?
The camaraderie.
Love it. One of mine too. I love it. What's your favorite Bulldog memory?
2011, we were standing outside waiting to get in. When we left Sikeston, it was warm. It was cold, and they were cheering to keep warm. And the players heard us from the outside to the inside, and it riled them up.
Yep. We
won the championship.
That's what I'm saying. Let's go. You're right. I remember that specifically. Yeah. What do you like more, a packed gym or a packed football stadium?
Packed gym, and the reason being, it's enclosed. Now, don't get me wrong. I enjoy the football field and the outdoors and the fresh air.
Yeah.
But when you're in the gym, it's different.
I agree. Erin just calls it conditioned air. She said how does she say that? A controlled atmosphere. It's not too hot and not too cold.
My wife will only watch football between the end of September and mid-October. Past that, I can't get her to go.
It really is. I mean, Sikeston, you have to be a part of it to appreciate it.
Right.
They welcomed me, even without saying you're welcome. Mm-hmm. I mean, they just allowed me to come in and bark and carry on, and nobody tried to stop me. I'm like, yes, this is the right place.
But, that's right.
Yeah,
that's exactly right. What's the biggest lesson life has taught you?
To be patient and to pay attention.
Oof. Patient is not.
If you are patient, you're watchful. But when you get in a hurry, you'll miss something.
Okay.
I'll give you an example. You ever been in a hurry to go to work?
Yeah.
Okay. It's something you forgot.
Oh, for sure. Forgot my wallet.
I just did it this morning.
Exactly. But if you're patient, that means you've planned.
Yeah.
So here's something that might help you. If you fail to plan,
yep,
you're planning to fail.
Yep. You are correct. Yep. I do that frequently. That is one of my...
I don't know how I forgot my phone. I had to turn around and go back and get it.
It happens. Yeah. It happens.
It does.
I think I put it in a different spot than I normally do when I got it up.
What still fires you up today to get you moving?
To get motivated?
Mm-hmm.
Just the fact that my eyes open.
Yep.
That's motivation enough for me.
Yep.
And I guess because I'm a preacher, because if God thought enough to open my eyes, mm-hmm. there is something else He wants me to get done.
Mm-hmm. That's a great point.
And I'm motivated.
Yep. I love that. Yeah. I love that. And I've got two more questions.
Okay.
What does Sikeston mean to you now?
This is home.
That's what I'm talking about.
I'm a bulldog.
That's what You've always been a bulldog, come to find out, right?
Yeah.
I love that. I love that.
Were they red bulldogs though?
Maroon and white.
Okay.
Yeah.
And the last thing for us, give me 3 people that you would suggest that we bring on the show.
Mary White Ross.
I know Miss Mary. What a lovely lady.
Faison Fobbs.
Yeah. Like one of my own. But yes, yep, you're right.
Have you had Julian Beard yet?
I did actually.
Okay.
But yep.
Let's see.
And we need to bring him back because he's got some updated stuff. I know he's got girls now basketball that he's coaching.
Okay.
He and Chris Appleton. You remember Chris played a couple years back? Because, so after the state championship game, mm-hmm. all of us were standing around. I was talking to Julian, and he had both of his boys there.
Yeah.
And I said, y'all may not even know what's going on. And they're like, what do you mean? And I said, they just laid the foundation for you.
Exactly.
Because Jaden will be a freshman next year, and Julian Jr. will be an 8th grader.
Yeah.
And I said, this just laid this for you, BJ, Jarian, all the kids coming back next year. I said, they just laid this now for you all.
Yeah.
Now you have to take that and propel it forward.
That's it.
Yep. And Julian, well, he's like, I'm ready. Let's go. Let's go. You know how he is.
Yeah.
Let's go. Let's go. What a great guy. I think very highly of Julian. Oh, yeah. He's terrific. And he's a big supporter of ours too, of what we do here. So thank you for those.
He's like one of our hottest fans.
Yes. Yes, exactly. He likes all of our stuff. He comments on our stuff. We think very highly of Julian. Okay. Well, right. Ken, thank you. We can't get off you have to do.
I was fixing to say we got to get.
You got to hear it one time before we get off here.
All right. Here we go.
Love it. I'm Micah Harris.
I'm Matt Tanner.
Yeah. Go Dogs.
We say go Dogs to finish it.
Go Dogs.